So A is awareness, R is realization, and T is transformation. And as we heard the previous speaker, Simona Pillay, she very beautifully spoke about this three-step process in her own experience. So the first step is awareness. And in the book, Mike talks about or questions us as to what are we aware of? So awareness is what am I thinking of in my day? So for most of us, it's being aware of the world outside. So what it is I am aware of on the TV, so TV aware, weather aware, news aware, what other people are wearing aware, what am I going to make for dinner tonight aware. And so we are caught up in the physical things, the to-dos, the things that we have to do, the information that's coming to us from the outside and having an impact on us. But the question arises is, am I aware of what's going inside of me? What's happening to myself? So often we are caught up in autopilot of the to-dos of the day. And it seems as if life is going by quickly. It seems like there's never enough time. There's so much to do on a daily basis. And more, day by day, we are being inundated with more to do. Technology has helped us so much, but somehow it's filled out to-do lists with even more. And so we get caught up in the world around us, and we get caught up in the to-dos that we forget about how to be. And Mike asks the question, are we aware of what's going on inside? And what happens is that it's only when disease manifests on a physical level, when there's pain, when there's some type of physical ailment, that we slow down, and maybe it gives us an opportunity to think about what's going on inside. So emotions are something that can result in physical illness. For example, fear and worry and anxiety can result in tension in the stomach, for example. If I'm nervous, we talk about butterflies in our stomach. And so whatever we feel, whatever emotion we experience has an effect on the body. We know that anger, for example, when we get angry, we can feel our heart rate begins to increase. We may start to, the blood pressure goes up. It's scientifically proven. Scientists have shown that anger plays a big part on our body, on the physical systems of our body. And so where are these emotions coming from? And it was so nice when Simone said, it's good to be aware of what I'm feeling. So if there's anger, for example, it's good to acknowledge it, accept that it's there. Maybe somebody said something and I was angry about it. Maybe it hurt my feelings. And yes, I'm trying to be peaceful, and I know that peace is my original nature, but the anger is there. So I can't pretend, I am a peaceful soul when the anger is really an emotion that we are feeling. And so what do we do about it? How do we go back to the peace that we are. And so the first step is to acknowledge that feeling or that emotion, whether it's anger, whether it's irritation, it could be impatience, it could be annoyance, it could be disrespect, it could be my feelings are hurt, it could be jealousy, whatever it may be. The first step really is, and the most important step, is to acknowledge it. What often happens is there tends to be blame. You caused my anger, you hurt me, you are unfair, there's so much injustice in the world, there's so much corruption in the world, and that's why it's justified for me to feel angry. We can blame the external situations, we can blame others, and we may even be right. Maybe someone has done something wrong and that was not right, and now I'm feeling this way. But the one who suffers is me. And so maybe somebody said something and they continuing and they forgot about what they said to me, and here I am holding on to the hurt and the pain and feeling terrible inside about how could they have done that, how could they have said that. And so acknowledging that, yes, I am feeling this way, excuse me, and allowing that, just seeing the emotion. Yes, it's there, the anger is there. We are aware that anger is, there's energy, it's an emotion. So how to redirect this energy? I know that I want peace in my life. I know that I want to live, a peaceful life. I want my journey, I want there to be harmony in the relationships that I have on this journey. And so how do I overcome this emotional feeling of anger? Because it's not helping me. It's increasing my blood pressure, it's increasing my heart rate, it's not good for my body. And so when I realize, when there's the understanding and awareness that I am a soul, as Simone had explained previously, so we are aware that the soul is innately peaceful. And so where does the anger come from? Because we felt it, right? So the moment I have an expectation of others to treat me right, to treat me with respect, the moment I create that expectation, and it's good to have those expectations, but I need to realize that I don't have control over people and I don't have control over situations. What I do have control is myself. And so I am important to me. And if I want to live a peaceful life, I want my journey to be enjoyable, I want to have joy in my relationships, then I come back to the awareness that, yes, peace is my original quality, love is my original quality. So I got angry. What is it that I wanted from the other person? Usually all emotions are connected with something that we want from someone. So I got angry because they acted in a way that was not in alignment with the way I may see things. And that's okay. Each one is an individual. Each one is allowed to have their opinions. Each one has their own perceptions. And Mike brings up this aspect of perception. Perception is how we see the world around us, how we see others. And our perceptions are unique to each one of us. So we may all be looking at the beautiful scene of the ocean and the sunset that we saw in the meditation. But for each one of us, it evoked different feelings. I loved it very much because the ocean is so vast, is so unlimited, and it just draws you into this feeling of peace. For someone else, it may have been the sunset. For someone else, it may have been the colors. For someone else, it may have been a reminder of your childhood days at the beach, whatever it might be. So one scene for different people can have different meanings. And so it's good to be aware that we have different perceptions about things. And sometimes having different perceptions about things can result in conflict, can result in disagreements. So it's always trying to put myself in the other person's shoes, trying to see their perspective. Maybe they were seeing something that I didn't see, and their perspective was different. And so it's stepping back from the emotion to say, what is going on here? Why am I feeling this way? And what is it that I want? And most often, when we go into a self-reflection, introspection, and we keep asking ourselves, what is it that I want? That person was disrespectful, they didn't greet me. It could be I went to work and I greeted my colleague and they didn't greet me back. And then I felt hurt. So why am I feeling hurt? It's because they didn't greet me. So, okay, they didn't greet me. Now, what is it that I want? And most times the answer that will come up is love. We all want to feel loved. And love is often seen as an emotion, but love is actually not an emotion. Love is a consciousness. Love is who I am. Love is the DNA of my being. And we all want love because we've forgotten that we are love. And the moment I realize, or I have the awareness that I am love, it's important to, in Raj Yoga meditation, we talk about contemplating on the aspect of soul, the quality of love as being my core quality. It's the DNA of the soul. And so when I sit in silence, I'm able to tap into this innate potential of being love. And when I'm in this awareness, I'm in the silence and experiencing my love, and then we talk about connection to the supreme source of love, the divine energy, the ocean of this love, then I'm able to draw power, I'm able to draw love, I'm able to draw peace and joy back into my life. And so it's an activation of the potential of love and peace that's within me. And when this begins to activate, it's as if a seed has been planted and begins to grow into a beautiful tree, into a beautiful flower. And that's me, the soul, flourishing. So if I am love, if I am peace, then no matter what others do, no matter what others say, I won't be affected by it. And so this obviously takes practice, it takes time, and it doesn't happen overnight. But the first step is awareness. Just to be aware that, yes, I am feeling these things. And the realization that these feelings or emotions are not me. And then the transformation is, I want to change the way I see things. I want to change my expectations. And by tapping into my inner potential, making, it's like we give energy and time to taking care of our bodies. We keep it healthy, eat the correct food, drink enough water, exercise. These are all essential for having a fit and healthy body. And equally important is to keep the mind healthy and fit. And so daily meditation is recommended. And this 3-step process we talked about is a form of meditation. So sitting back at the end of your day, being aware of what happened, being aware of my feelings, accepting them, being honest that this is how I feel, acknowledging these emotions, sitting in silence and seeing how it is I can change my beliefs. Old beliefs that I've carried with me now has to change. And then the transformation happens very beautifully, and life begins to be enjoyed. Yes, there are challenges. Challenges will continue. We can't pretend that there are no challenges, but at the same time, we have the information now that as souls, energy, the soul can never die, so there's no fear. The body is an instrument. Yes, the body can be harmed, it can be injured, but the soul is eternal. And my biggest support is the Supreme Parent, the Supreme Mother and Father, who is always with me. And so, and is a thought away. In life today, things are measured in terms of speed. And the fastest thing is our thoughts. In 1 second, if I tell you, if I say the word America, you are there in a second, your mind is gone there. And so in the same way, in 1 second, when I think of the supreme source of power, the Mother and Father, then they are there, right next to me. So my parent is only a thought away. So I will stop there now. If there's any questions or comments, please feel free. If anybody would like to add anything, or is there any questions? If any of the other facilitators would like to add anything, please feel free to unmute, or you can put your question in the chat box.
Hello. Okay. Morning.
Morning.
Yes. What really touched me, it's your last sentence. When you said, my supreme, my parent is just a thought away from me, and it just touched me, because it brought the realization of how much we take for granted, small little things that are actually beneficial for us, and you gave an example about America. When a person says America, it's already there, already think of all this and all that, but do we actually put that emphasis and realize the importance of when we meditate, we are actually doing that. We're just calling, the Supreme to be here with us. We are consciously actually, acknowledging and the fact that the Supreme is available, there for us at all times. And that really meant a lot for me. Thank you so much. That one sentence really meant a lot for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seja, for sharing. And I'm so glad that it touched your heart. And yes, it's true. We take it for granted that our Supreme Parent is always with us. It's just a thought away, but we just get so caught up in the world around us and things that are actually not permanent. Everything we see around us is changing on a daily basis. It's the famous saying, here today, gone tomorrow. But the only thing that is permanent is the Supreme Parent, this love, this bond, this relationship with the divine is the only thing that can't be taken away from me. Everything else can be taken away in a second, but this relationship is eternal, and it brings benefit to me and those around me. And so when challenges happen, sometimes we don't know what to do or what to think. And just for a second to stop and just connect to myself, to remind myself I am a point of light and I belong to the supreme point of light.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you.
So there's a question from Nir. The recording for today, where do we find the recording for today? And the earlier conversation with Shirley Ben, it will be put up on our website, brahmakumaris.org. I think the recording should be up by tomorrow. I don't think it will be up by today. Maybe Danielle can put up a link or let us know. I think if you send an email to the email address that will be shown later on, it can be sent to you. And then Debbie, as a detached observer, I see the whole picture and can work out what I can do, and then I step back into the situation and actually make the change. Yes, that is extremely powerful, Debbie. This practice of stepping back, taking a moment, because when things happen, we just want to jump in, we start thinking furiously, we start, we want to find solutions quickly and fix things quickly. But yes, taking just a few seconds to breathe, step back, and quickly see what's happening. Because when I step back, then I'm able to see what's happening from a vantage point. When you see something from up above, it's like I think about the helicopter in the morning when there's heavy traffic on the road and they're able to give us the traffic update. So they have an aerial view of everything that's going on, whereas we on the road can't see what's ahead. And so, yes, being detached is very much like that. And all I need to do is step back, remind myself that I'm peace, connect with the Supreme, and then move forward in what it is I have to do. And the solutions, surprisingly, will come faster than if I have to now, work hard and think hard. So thank you very much for reminding us of that, Debbie, the detached observer, and we will be taking up that topic in more detail as we go along. And I see Danielle has put up the link. The recordings, for those of you who would like the recordings of our previous sessions and all the other programs that are offered, the recordings are, the link is given in the chat box. So is there any more questions or comments? Please feel free to share it would be lovely to hear your voice. Okay, so if there are no more questions or comments, we can close with a self-reflection exercise. So using the process of art. So art, just remind yourself, is awareness, realization, and transformation. So the true awareness of who I am, a being of energy, a point of light, pure light, energy, and power. The realization that everything in the world outside is temporary, everything in the world outside is constantly changing, everything in the world outside is not permanent. The only thing that is permanent is I, the soul, and the only relationship that is permanent is my relationship with the supreme source of power, the supreme source of love and peace. And so I become aware of this moment in time, right now, right here. I am. And right now, for just a few moments, I forget the world outside. I focus on me. For so long, I have neglected myself. I have neglected me. I have been caught up in doing, and I forget to be. And right now, right here, I appreciate myself. I am this beautiful being of pure light energy. I am peace. Peace is my original innate quality. I am love. Love is who I truly am. It's the being. It's me. Happiness, joy is also who I truly am. And power, subtle power that I get from the Supreme Parent. My Supreme Mother and Father is with me here right now. And I'm enveloped in love, in waves of peace, and I am comforted. And all the sorrow and pain, and the anxiety and worries are just melted away. I feel so refreshed. I feel so nurtured in this moment. I feel so empowered and encouraged. I feel renewed. I enjoy this moment. It's such deep happiness and joy. My heart is filled with this joy, and peace fills every cell in my body. The joy, the waves of joy fill every cell in my body, God's love just washes over me. I feel content and I feel carefree. I come back to the awareness of being in the center of the forehead, a tiny point of pure light. I come back to this precious body, this precious instrument that I use to express and interact with the world outside. I come back ready to face the day ahead with love and peace. Om Shanti. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you on Monday as we continue in the series. And for tomorrow, we would like to invite you for the next program, which is called Design Your Life, and it's with Brother Shantanu. And it's especially for young adults and for youth. And it's at 3 p.m. tomorrow, South African time. So Saturday, 5th of March at 3 p.m. You can join us on Zoom or on YouTube. Please feel free to share this invite with your friends, family, colleagues, young people. It would be great if you could join. So thank you so much for joining us and being with us today, for taking time out for yourself, and have a lovely day and a wonderful weekend. And we will see you on Monday. So take care and goodbye.